What's up? This is a really weird angle that I have going on right now, but I just set my camera on the back of the E30 trunk. So I'm finally gonna debut the new wheels and tires I got. I got them a week ago, a week and 2 days ago. I love them. They have completely changed the look of the truck, and I know I kind of teased it a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen them. I've proudly shown them off, but I'm gonna go ahead and show the wheels and tires right now, and then I will give you specs on them. Yuck. I have a mysterious leak in the E30, and I've been messing with it. I did have gloves on, but they just get in my way, so I don't ever use them for that long. Awkward. Somebody just drove by and looked at me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the wheels and tires on the C10, and then I will let you know what brand, what style, the size of everything, and yeah. I hope you guys like them as much as I do. They've completely changed the look of the truck, and I am so happy to have them on. As many of you have told me, and I completely concur, the old wheels and tires on the C10 were horrible. They were not meant to be on that truck. So those are for sale if anyone's interested in putting them on a newer truck. They probably wouldn't look half bad on a newer truck or a Jeep. Yeah, so let me show you the new wheels and tires, and then I'll tell you about them.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Alright, so that is a look at the new wheel and tire setup on the C10. I went American Racing Torq-Thrust 2s, and I looked at a bunch of wheels online. It's weird because when you get into rally wheels, to me, just about all of them look the same. When you get into this style of wheel, they all look similar again. So this is the brand and the style I ended up going with. This is the style I ended up liking the best. American Racing Torq-Thrust 2s, they are 15 by 10. And then I have a little bit of stretch on the tire. The tire is 255, 60, 15, and it is a Cooper Cobra, obviously a radial tire. I went with the white lettering facing out, which normally if we were talking about the GTI or something like that, I would have done it in, but I like the way that it looks on these kind of cars or vehicles. I ended up going with the chrome option. I had priced, polished, and the difference between the chrome and the polished for all four was about $200. The difference between chromed and polished, you know, I'd be out here polishing wheels in the dead of summer and I'd just be kicking myself for not getting chrome. Chrome, the experience that I have with them, super easy to keep clean, super easy to clean, pretty much just to wash off and dry and they're clean. Polished wheels, you have to, from my experience, every so often polish them, and that's just tedious and I didn't want to do that. So this vehicle sits outside most of the time. Hopefully it will be getting a space in the garage soon. Spoiler alert. Now the tires, jumping into those, I had looked at a couple different options, one being Hankook. They were a little more expensive than the Cooper, but the Cooper out of the two were the only ones that came in the 255 option. I did 255 all around. I was going to do 255, 295, or even 255, 285. But the difference of the height that it would raise the truck bed in the back was about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and I really didn't want that. I like the way it sits right now. It's pretty daggum level, so I wanted to kind of keep that theme going on until I get obviously a lowering kit for this. So that's what kind of swayed me to keep with the 255. They still look meaty, they still look good. Obviously they're not as big as 295, but they still look good nonetheless. With the fronts, if you remember, the ones that came on this truck were 275 and we were having rubbing issues in the front. So after doing a bunch of research, 255 seemed to be the safe bet with what was going on in the front in order to have the clearance that I needed. So I just went ahead and did 255 all around. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and show you a little issue that I'm having. Let's see, these weights right here, can't hardly see them, but I'm having an issue, and you can see, well, maybe you can't. Okay, you can't see them. Anyways, on top of the weights, I am hitting these brake calipers right here, It almost sounds like a card and a bicycle spoke, like back in the day. That's kind of what the sound is similar to. So it's just barely clipping the top of these weights. I need to take it back to the tire shop that I bought them from and have them either move the weights. They're probably gonna have to move them up here. And I'd prefer if they would be just behind this, obviously, so you can't see them. But if they were right here, it's not gonna be that big of an issue, because as long as you're back here and not just like right in its business, you're not gonna be able to see them, because this little lip right here is tall enough to hide them. So that's the only issue I'm having right now. I noticed it right when I started driving home and it was getting on my nerves. Otherwise, I'm gonna be taking that soon and getting it done, or sometime. I mean, it's not that huge of a deal because I don't drive this often because the tag is still expired. These are my American Racing Torq-Thrust 2s, chrome, 15 by 10. Another reason I went with 15 by 10, I wanted a little bit of a stretch. If I would have gone by, 15 by 9 or even 15 by 8, I was afraid I would have, a funky setup with the wheels and the tires. So I went 15 by 10. If ever I do want to get a bigger tire size in the back, that will look phenomenal if I do the 295 15 by 10. But as of right now, I really, really like this setup. This is what I wanted. This is what I chose. And yeah, that is about it. I hope you guys like it, and sayonara to those nasty wheels and tires, and hello to some appropriate C10 Torq-Thrust 2s.